Hatches 84, open the door. Electric nights, we're begging for more. Hatches 84.
Sorry about that. I had to end a video abruptly. Some interesting things happened. No, it's nothing bad. You have nothing to worry about. So, I'll talk about the weather and why we've had such weird weather. Well, me being the kind of person that I am, I have a tendency to check the weather network kind of like reading the Bible. Not exactly, but that's what I've been doing lately. And since last week, the weather network stated that we were in for some hot weather, and they were not wrong. Yesterday, the temperature, forgive me, hair's getting in my face. Since yesterday, or maybe the day before that, the weather network had stated that the temperature yesterday would reach 30 degrees Celsius, which is pretty hot for the month of May. But that wasn't the only thing. The humidex was gonna actually reach, they say 34 degrees, but that's the day we're on. The humidex in real time reached up as high as 36 or 37 degrees. That's just the humidex. And I was reading what it was saying, and I'm like, oh my God, it is going to be hell on earth to have to put up with it. And I had a moment to really think about it, and I'm like, you know what? It's not as bad as I initially thought it was going to be, despite the fact that I didn't have my AC plugged in. So my unit, or my apartment that I'm living in right now, should have been unbearable. But ever since I had my second Vornado plugged in this spring, let alone be put to use, it didn't make it like refrigerator cold, because you gotta also remember the Vornados are not supposed to replace the air conditioners, but it is supposed to help you reduce the use of one, which honestly, I'll take that over not having them at all. But it did make my apartment somewhat nice and at least manageable. By no means was I thrilled about being in a hot apartment, because mind you, my apartment was still hot as you know what. But it wasn't that terrible at the same time, all things considered. Now I know you guys are probably thinking, doesn't the temperature go up to the mid-40s? The answer is yes. We have had a few days here and there over the last few summers, actually, that have hit, I want to say 47 degrees Celsius, which is pretty brutal. But at the same time, they don't usually last very long. I think the highest temperature we've had for the main part of the time is between 35 and 40 degrees. And we've had some rare days where we would get 45, 46, even 47 degrees. Celsius, and that's what that's the humidex portion. With the super El Nino that could potentially hit us, we don't know what's going to happen this summer, let alone this coming fall. One thing I do know for certain though is we're in for a bit of a brutal summer, and we could have above normal temperatures in the fall. Now, I don't know what that means exactly with regard to temperatures out here. I mean, it's not too bad right now. It's like 14 degrees. We do have a little bit of a wind chill, which is about 12, 13 degrees, which isn't bad. Hence, that's why I'm out here pretty early in the day for a walk. I was going to wait till later tonight to go for a walk, but given that I ordered some stuff on Instacart, I had took it upon myself to be like, you know what? I'm going to make this walk a little shorter. I did originally plan on going on a trail that's got a whole bunch of trees where you could potentially get shade. But my dumb ass made the decision not to do that. Probably just as well, because the problem with me is that if I took that said trail, I would tend to wander off further away, and then it would take me more than an hour just to come back, which is not something I like to do, but it is what it is. Honestly, this is not something that I actually mind doing, because I would do this sort of thing for years. I've done this sort of thing for years. Like, I can remember a time when I decided to walk from where I used to live. And I remembered this distinctly because I think it was like in 1997 or maybe it was 1998. I'm not 100% certain. But it was right around that year. Maybe it was 1998. It was during the time when the Spice Girls was a thing. Because when I was younger, the first time I've gone for a super long walk was during that time. I would walk from my house to the mall, which was across the river. It took me, and don't take this the wrong way, because this is a long time ago, and nice and shady over here today. It took me a whopping 2 hours to get from where I used to live to the mall across the river. I had to go uphill. It was brutally hot outside. And I wasn't wearing socks under my sneakers, nor was I wearing a hat. So by the time I got to the mall, and my mother, she used to work at Walmart during that time while she was attending school in the hopes of finding a better job. When she saw me in that mall, the look on her face, let me tell you, was pure shock. Like, she literally was like, she was pissed off, but was more concerned than angry, if anything. I was looking around, shopping for something at the mall, and then next thing I knew, my mother told me, no, you're going to sit down and rest your feet. She gave me $5 to get a drink, which I ended up doing. Yeah, it was a dumb decision I made on my part, but I was between the age of 13 and 14 at the time, and I don't think my parents really expected me to pull a stunt like that. So I ended up not doing it again for a long time, and I want to say as far back as 2007. I was 23 at the time, 10 years later. I decided to do the same thing. But this time I was a little more careful, and I made sure I had a drink with me. I made sure I wear my socks under my sneakers. I also made sure that I would make it home, that I'm more aware of my surroundings when I came back home. And that's exactly what I did. Now, mind you, because by that point I had been walking for hours on end so many times over the years, I would walk from where I used to live to, let's say, the downtown core for like 3-4 years straight. It would take me an hour to get from where I used to live to where my destination would be, and then an hour to return home, which is pretty good because, you know, walking back and forth to get to where I need to be, no matter what time of the day or night it was, it definitely helped me in a sense that it's slimmed me down a little bit. But I remembered walking home on the trail in the middle of the night. Don't do what I did there. That's a dick move on my part. But I would do that all the time. And the first thing my mother said to me when she found out was, she told me that even though she had a black belt, she would never go on the trail after dark by myself. Or by herself, rather. The first thing that she actually told me, and she's right, because I've seen plenty of shit going on. People going off on their own at night, going through alleyways, secluded trails, and this and that and the other. It hasn't happened to me, thank goodness, but this sort of thing has happened to other people. You know, hearing about people disappearing or being murdered, mugged, jumped, you name it. It's not cool to do. But I would keep on going for walks. Sometimes I go out at night, other times in the middle of the day or afternoon, kind of like what I'm doing now. And sometimes I would walk for hours on end, and that's what prompted me to get out and walk all the way up to the mall for the second time in my life. Did I do a stupid thing at 13? Yeah. Do I regret it? Not at all. And you guys are probably wondering, why would you say that? Well, because it prompted me to learn a thing or two. You know, if you're going to be out in the summer, make sure you have sunscreen, have a drink on you. More importantly, make sure you have your socks under your sneakers, and wear a hat and sunglasses. If you have them, that is. So, yeah, I've learned my lesson, clearly. Maybe not with everything, but I did at least learn, so can't complain too much anyhow. But anyway, that's the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little vlog. I'm sorry I'm not gonna haven't uploaded much lately these last few months, weeks even. Lots been going on, and chances are you're not gonna see me very much on here anymore, at least for a few months. Hopefully I'll be able to upload a video vlog here and there, maybe even do a cooking video when I get a chance, but who knows what's going to happen. There's going to always be something that's going to come up. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video here right now. Finish my walk, get home, maybe get some food in my belly, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. Hey there, guys. It's officially the next day. It is Thursday. I look so close. Oh well. It's Thursday afternoon. Whew. And it's quite chilly for this time of the year. It's actually colder out today than it was yesterday. 14 degrees with the wind chill of I think 12. And in my childhood neighborhood, for the first time in, I want to say, a couple of years. And you guys know that I attended school up in this area for upwards of 7 years. The last time I was up this way, they've added something to the school. I'm going to try and not get attacked by wasps. Even though it's cooler out, it can still be wild. But anyway, let me show you where the portables now used to be. So you are under video surveillance. Okay, that's fine. So the playground area of this school still exists, which is good. I'm assuming that this place, playground area at least, is still open to the public. Just because it's not a school anymore doesn't necessarily mean that you're not allowed on here. There's some boards on the bottom of the window. Not sure why it's there. And as you guys can all see, currently standing right where the portables once were. If I remember correctly, it was all the way over to where that patch of grass is on the dirt. Oh. And this right here is whatever's left of the portables. So I think that there was a little hallway that takes you to the portables, which would be over there. This little stairwell here takes me back in time. Sorry, I need to take a picture. I remember when I was very young and attended this school, this used to be just an open staircase. And where this, whatever this is now, this little wall is, there used to be metal doors that would always be closed. And along here, right where that tar is, there used to be railings. There's more boards. I love the swings too. Alright, and this right here is where we used to have basketball hoops here. There'd be two of them. There'd be one right here. And then there would be one right here. And I'm not sure. Oh, one more thing I want to mention. When I was a student here, this door right here did not exist. There didn't used to be a door here. There was, however, a door right here. The school had permanently closed down, I want to say in June of 2025, which was almost an entire year ago. These steps did not used to be wooden. They used to be concrete. Well, when I was here anyway. The black railings that are there, they've always been there. There's that little sign. I don't know if it's still... Oh yeah, the sign's still there. It wasn't like that when I first started or till graduation. Now this is interesting because these railings were not here when I have been in school throughout my childhood, but I think these were recently put in. Welcome, please ring bell. Please ring when you hear the door buzzing sound. I'm not going to do that. I don't think anybody's in there. Yes, I'm under surveillance. There's the garden, or plant garden. I don't know when the school was built. I'm assuming it was built in the 1900s. When in the 1900s, I cannot say. So here we are. So these stairs right here, the stairs had always been like this when I was in school, or when I used to be a student at the school. But again, these railings right here, and these ones here, were not here, which is absolutely insane. There's some kind of a storage container. I don't know what that's about. But if I remember correctly, and there were doors here too. This little jungle gym right here. When I was a student in the school 30 plus years ago, we didn't have this kind of jungle gym. As a matter of fact, the one that I do remember was bigger than this. But I think, if I remember correctly, it was pretty big. I would say it was about right to where my foot is. And there used to be a slide along here. There also used to be a wooden fake car. That little basketball, whatever that is, wasn't there. And by the way, we used to have what we call tetherball poles. And then right along here, we used to have, oh yeah, and this is where the portables were, all the way over here. But there used to be a swing set right here, and then there was another one right there. There are 3 swing sets that have, 2 of them are older, and then there's one brand new one. They used to have like 4 swings each. They don't have it anymore. Oh yeah, right where that little playground over there is, just right there. That's where the ball field used to be. This is relatively new. I've never seen this before. Or maybe I have. I just, not while I was a student here, and there's a picnic table there. And then there's 2 more picnic tables over here. This used to actually be an open field for young students who like to just run around and play on some grass. This here, it looks abandoned, but if I remember correctly, it looks like the students that used to attend the school up until it closed last year. This could either be a soccer field something entirely different. And where that's where the tennis courts used to be when I was younger, that little gated area, but they've converted that for some reason. And I don't know if I had filmed this on, if I remember correctly, I think I filmed this sort of stuff. Or maybe I took still images, I don't know. Can't be too certain. Out of all my years of being in school, this school right here, I've never seen this when I was a student. But I do have some still images of what this playground looked like when, as far back as 2009, but you won't know that. This little archway was built, I'm assuming, by the students or the faculty of the school. I do not remember these woods looking like they are now. But if I remembered correctly, there was a pathway over there. I don't know if I can access it anymore. Or here for that matter, because trees are downed. Or there's a way down this way. I don't know or think I should, or maybe I could, I don't know. But when I was a kid, yeah, it's going to be damn near impossible now because a lot of the trees, a lot of the bushes and stuff downed, and with the bugs being on the, literally exploding back this way, it's kind of hard for me to be able to do any kind of adventures around here anymore. And it sucks because I remember coming here and being able to, I think I was able to go down that way. I can't really do that anymore, can I? And I don't want to be mean or rude, but I think some homeless people might actually have been down here at one point. I'm not too sure. But anyway, guys, that's the video for right now. I just wanted to show you guys what this place actually looked like once my old childhood elementary school had closed down. Like I mentioned earlier, the school has... it had been closed since June of last year. So for the entire year that the school had been closed, this little school right here had not been occupied by anything or anyone since then. I'm not sure what the school is going to become at this point. It's too early to tell. But I will say this, hopefully they'll make it into affordable housing. It would be nice if we can make it into affordable housing for people with disabilities, in a way. Of course, like, they don't have an elevator, but maybe they can work on maybe putting one in. Maybe even have ramps. Something that most apartment buildings, especially newer ones nowadays, should have. But that's basically what it comes down to. But when I come this way now and I see how empty this playground is, I mean, normally by now kids would be in the school, getting an education, learning whatever subject that they have, and then they get homework, and then they go home, and then they come back and do the whole school thing again on Monday. But that will not be the case any longer. I'm not sure what this school is going to become, like I said, and I don't know and if it's not going to become anything, I don't know what the ultimate fate will be for this piece of property over there and anywhere really. But so this right here, these swings, from what I gather, and I may be wrong, but these swings seem to have been put up here, I want to say 10 years ago, which is a long time. And I think right where I'm standing is where the ball field used to be. We didn't used to have these swings here. And we certainly didn't have these. Now, granted, I knew about this type of playground when I was, for the last few years, but I have no real reason to be here since I'm not really a student anymore, but I figured, nice. Come by here and check the place out and see what this place looks like now, ever since school had closed down. Oh, here's the imprint of where the portables were. So I think there was one here. There might actually be two. And then there's one right there. So there's one right here where I was standing. And then you go to, there's a little gap. Then I come over here. I'm in another portable. And then this little thing must be a hallway of sorts. Another gap. Yeah, and I'm just figuring this out now. And then there was a portable here. And then there's one right there. Yeah, that's about it. Before I close this video off, actually, those 3 swing sets over there, the one in the center is brand new, the other 2 are not, one on each side. The 2 that are older, that are not new, used to have 4 swing sets, and I think they cut it down to 2, I guess because of overcrowding. And one thing I want to mention too, before anything else, this little stairwell right here, and I did show it already, this little stairwell right here, I remembered when we were kids, my brother and I and many others, we used to call that the love pit. And if you go on Facebook, you can actually type up the name of the school, and you can see that there is a section that says the love pit. I think it's Facebook or maybe it's Google. I'm not 100% sure. I just can't believe that this school in particular is permanently closed now. It's hard to believe. If this school gets torn down, I'm definitely going to miss it, because this does bring back a lot of memories to my childhood, and I'm sure a lot of people in my age who even come to the school will think the same way. So this could potentially be my last video I'll do on this place, but or maybe not. I might come back here again and take a look at the place. Who knows? But I'll end the video here. I'll try and pick it back up if I can. If not, well, I'll check back with you guys when I'm back at home. Oh, my hair's a bit of a mess. It's been a while since I've been on this trail. I want to say 10 years maybe? I don't know. It's a paved trail. I remember walking on this trail every day for a good hour just to walk across the bridge. And of course on the way back home, because I used to go down that way to get home, but now I'm going the opposite way to get home. Imagine that. So it's been about maybe an hour since I filmed anything. And oh, that's bizarre. I don't remember seeing this though. This trail here over there, here, must be relatively new. And that's actually a bird making that sound. I thought it was a kitten. Look how beautiful it is. Anyway, this is going to be a quick little video here. I'm not going to be on it too long because time's a wasting and I got stuff to do. So anyway, just letting you know I'm doing all right. I'm as energetic as ever. I probably won't be when I get home. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a wonderful Friday and wonderful week overall. And I'll see you all next time.